Hello everyone. All right, so we're just gonna get started today, like I said, in a comfortable seat. So whatever shin in front feels best for you. And you can either have your hands down on your lap, or maybe you bring one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Or whatever kind of resonates and feels best for you today. Okay, so if you don't have a pillow or bolster, pause this video and go grab either a pillow from your bed or couch or yoga bolster, place it off the side of your mat, and then take as many or as few breaths as you need to arrive in a seat. Whether you need to take a sip of water or do anything you need to do to feel situated. Right, and once you start to let yourself ground in this space, hands on your heart and belly or hands on your lap, start to soften each shoulder back and down. Right, either have a soft gaze down towards the floor, or if it feels safe for you, you can begin to close your eyes. And right away, right at the bottom of your next exhale, can you feel yourself arrive? And you begin to take a slightly deeper breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, maybe you sigh it out through your mouth. Let's do two more like that. Deep breath in. Exhale. Right, next inhale, find a little bit more space and breathe it bigger. And as you exhale, big sigh out through your mouth. And then just start to seal your lips softly and begin to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. You feel that space between your eyebrows get a little bit wider. All right, and start to soften your bottom jaw from your top. And as you begin to connect with your breath and in this present moment, notice where you land today. The important thing to know, right, is there is no right or wrong way to feel, especially right now. Right, but also knowing that there's nothing else that you can do. The most important thing and the only thing that you can continue to do now is take care of yourself. Okay, so for today's practice, we'll focus on moving and being present in our body, and then finding space to slow down and restore and connect to our parasympathetic nervous system that rests and digests. Okay, so take about 5 more breaths here. Okay, start to feel your inhales and exhales get a little bit longer and maybe a little bit fuller. And if you're just joining in, grab a pillow or 2 from your better couch for practice today. Welcome. I know that when we do start to find movement, there is nowhere you have to go or nothing that you have to do. This is your body, your practice, and maybe what you need is to sit here like this for the duration of class. I know that everything I say is an offering, and you take everything with a grain of salt and move in the way that serves you the best. Okay, full breath in and out. Right, inhale and exhale. Right, just slowly start to drop your hands onto your lap if they're on your chest, and you let your chin drop towards your chest. Feel this slight stretch through the back of your neck. Just start to roll your head over toward your right shoulder, back behind you and over to the left. Okay, so just start to move your head in circles. Notice any sticky spots. I slept really badly yesterday and I have this big tight knot in my shoulder. Okay, so notice where you're holding tension. Right, as you move, maybe your breath starts to change a little bit. Right, and know that as I cue sensations in the body, they're what I feel in my own. It might not be what you feel in yours, and that's okay. All bodies are different. Maybe there's like crack sounds, like Rice Krispies. Take one more big full circle. Right, moving at your pace. Ooh, and the next time that your chin drops towards your chest, pause. Right, offer yourself a breath in the middle and a breath out. And start to take those circles in the opposite direction. Head rolls over towards the left first, back behind you, and over to the right. Right, noticing the sticky spots might change on this side. Right, as your breath feel a little bit different as you arrive. Right, and you've got about 2 more circles in this direction. Right, noticing how you land. And the next time that you drop your chin towards your chest, pause. Right, full breath in and full breath out. Right, start to lift your head back up to neutral. Blink your eyes open if they're still closed and start to reach both legs long in front of you. Right, so as you reach your legs long in front of you, you might resituate your sit bones, like wiggle yourself from side to side. And you're going to bring your right foot to your inner left thigh, think like a half butterfly pose. Flex your left toes towards your nose. Maybe there's a deep bend in your left knee as you drop that right knee down to the side. Inhale, start to lift both arms up towards the sky and reach your arms from side to side like you're trying to grab the ceiling above you. Find a little bit more length through your torso. And then let yourself find stillness when you're ready. Take a breath in, get a little bit taller. And as you exhale, twist to the right. Left hand grabs that right knee or thigh. Tent your right fingertips back behind you. Left hand grabs right knee. Roll your right shoulder up, back, and down as you twist yourself to the right. Let that right knee drop down towards the floor. Right, turn your gaze. Maybe you close your eyes. Right, with each inhale, you think finding more length through your lower back. And as you exhale, twist. Right, full breath in. And full breath out. Right, inhale. And exhale. Right, start to release that left hand off your right knee. You'll plant your right hand next to your left hip. Start to turn your left toes into the right. Press into your right chin as you peel your hips up towards the sky. Right arm will reach back behind you. Stargazer pose. Think a kneeling wild thing. Right, as you reach and open up through your heart, maybe you lift your gaze towards your left fingers. Take a full breath in. Be where you are. And as you exhale, slowly lower your hips down towards the floor. And as you turn your chest back to face your left knee, one more time, reach your arms up towards the sky. You'll start to turn your chest back to face that right knee. You're going to move a little bit slowly into this pose. As you turn to the right, lower your left hand down towards the floor inside your left thigh. Start to crawl your left fingertips down and turn your chest open as you start to fold yourself in. All right, so this is one of those greatest stretches in the world. You're stretching your QL muscle right on the right side of your lower back. Maybe your left forearm comes to rest on your left shin. And imagine you're reaching over with your right hand to grab your left foot. It doesn't mean you have to catch it and then drop your head towards your left shoulder. That was a lot of words, right? But you're breathing and filling and stretching the right side of your body. Okay, close your eyes, maybe relax your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Yeah, full breath in and full breath out. Right, inhale and full exhale. Right, slowly start to lift yourself back up. And as you lift yourself up, feel yourself slide back down as you turn your chest to face the front of your mat. Extend your right leg long to meet your left. Shake out your legs before we find the other side. Okay, take your time to arrive. Move your sit bones from side to side if you need to. When you're ready, left foot comes to your inner right thigh. Flex your right toes toward your nose. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, 2 arms up towards the sky. Once again, reach yourself from side to side like you're trying to grab a tree branch above you. And then when you're ready, find stillness. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, twist to the left. Right hand on that left knee or thigh. Tent your left fingertips back behind you and roll up, back, and down. Right, turn your gaze towards your left shoulder. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Right, inhale. And exhale. All right, and slowly start to flatten that left palm next to your left hip. Release your right hand, pivot your right toes in as you lift your hips up, press your left shin, right arm reaches back behind you, stargazer pose. Open up through your heart. Can you allow yourself to take a little bit more space? Take a full breath in, extend through your right fingers. And as you exhale, slowly lower your hips down towards the floor. Turn your chest back to face your right foot, flex your right toes. Arms lift high to the sky. You turn your chest to face that left knee. Right hand lowers inside your right leg as you start to crawl your fingertips out and side bend. Pull your chest to the left. Right forearm can drop onto that right thigh and reach your left arm over. Right, so we're breathing and stretching the left side of our lower back where our QL muscle is. When you spend a lot of time sitting, this area kind of crunches up, so this is just lengthening and expanding it. As you reach, drop your head towards your right shoulder. Woo. All right, take a full breath in and a full breath out. All right, last two. All right, inhale and exhale. All right, slowly start to lift yourself back up. As you roll yourself up, you'll bring your right knee out wide, both feet come together, full butterfly pose. Right, and as you let yourself find this shape, maybe your feet are out like a big diamond or your heels a little closer towards your sit bones, be where you are. Hands are gonna grab your feet. Imagine you're peeling your feet open like a book, and you're gonna take your thumbs to massage the arch of your feet. If you don't wanna touch your feet, that's okay, but this can feel really good. Our feet do a lot for us, and we don't often do a lot for them. Right, feel your knees drop from side to side. And stay with this as long as you want. When you're ready, you can release your hands and start to crawl yourself in and folds. And it doesn't matter if your belly can touch your feet or your heels, right? Focus and let yourself arrive as you drop your chin towards your chest. Right? Instead of focusing on how deep you get in the pose, can you be aware of how your breath feels in it? Right? Any amount of the pose is the pose. Allow yourself to be where you are. You take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then slowly start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Lift yourself up to neutral, cross whatever shin in front to the left, and make your way onto your hands and your knees, coming into a table pose. Right, there is no right or wrong way to arrive. And as you do, take your time. You'll press through the tops of your feet. Shoulders are stacked over your wrist. Your fingers are spread out wide, and as you inhale, start to drop your belly, pull your heart forward for a cow pose. And as you exhale, press to your hands, dome through your back, tuck your chin in, cat. And just start to move through some cat-cows at your pace. Inhale, heart pulls forward, and as you exhale, round. Okay, maybe there's something else you want to take here. It's like some barrel rolls or hip sways. But as you move through some cat-cows, most importantly, just let this movement feel good and organic in your body. Maybe your eyes are closed once again. Our last two big breaths. Round yourself like a cat pose. Next breath in, pull your heart forward, cow, press through the back of your head. And as you exhale, tuck your toes, peel your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Right, let there be a pedal out of your legs. Triceps are wrapping forward as your biceps wrap back, and you're energetically sending your heels down towards the floor. Okay, maybe you take a few pedals or sways from side to side. And when you're ready, maybe your next exhale, you let yourself find some stillness. Okay, bend your knees, drop your chin towards your chest. Take a full breath in through your nose. Exhale, maybe side out through your mouth. Okay, next inhale, that right leg lifts up towards the sky. Bend your left knee. Exhale, right knee hugs in towards your nose. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Your left hand will stay down on the floor. Peel your right arm up towards the sky and twist. Option to always drop that back knee down. You'll start to reach your right arm back behind you. Flex your right wrist like it was a stop sign, and then drop your head towards your left shoulder to open up through the right side of your neck. Feel that extension through your left heel. Take a full breath in. Press through your right palm. And a full breath out. Right, last breath in. And as you exhale, start to reach that right arm back forward in front of you. Turn your chest to face your right knee and set your left foot forward to meet your right. Forward fold. Grab opposite elbows to ragdoll and let your head and upper body release down. Tuck your chin between your upper arms. Bend your knees here. Okay, take a full breath in and a full breath out. Okay, inhale and breath out. Okay, last breath in. And as you exhale, release two hands down towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips come onto your knees or your thighs, pull forward. And as you exhale, fold. Okay, one more like that. Inhale, lift up halfway, your variation. Exhale, fold forward. All right, and then press to your feet and begin to round and roll yourself up. Right, shoulders stack over your hips in your own time. 2 arms lift up towards the sky. Right, find more space between your shoulders and your ears as your right hand grabs your left wrist. Inhale, start to extend through your left side and side bend over to the right. Lifting up and over with your left side. Can you add more weight to your left heel? Take a full breath in, feel that opening, and full breath out. Inhale, neutralize your spine as you lift back up, release your hands, cactus them from side to side, slight scoop of your heart forward, think a cow pose. And as you exhale, fold, hands slide down the backs of your thighs. All right, inhale, lift up halfway, right away. Exhale, fold. Okay, bend your knees to tense your fingers. Your right foot will step back long behind you. Drop your right knee down, untuck your right toes. 2 arms are high to the sky, low crescent lunge. Maybe fold your mat in half for more support under that knee. Press to your left big toe and let yourself arrive at the bottom of your next exhale. Yeah, take a full breath in and a full breath out. All right, inhale. Next exhale, left hand grabs your right wrist, find that extension as you side bend over to the left. Be with the wiggles and the wobbles that arrive. Really press through the big toe ball mound of your left foot. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, lift up back through center, release your hands, cactus from side to side, slight scoop forward. And as you exhale, slowly lower your hands down towards the floor. Maybe you grab support underneath your hands. And as you exhale, shift your hips back, flex your left toes towards your nose for a half split. Hands could be wide off the side of your mat. I've really been liking turning my left toes out to the left so I feel a stretch to the outer seam of my leg where my AT band is. All right, tuck your chin towards your chest and let yourself land where you are. All right, like I said earlier, any amount of the pose is the pose. Maybe there's a deep bend in your left knee. Instead of getting to the depth of it, can you allow your breath to feel good and full in the posture? All right, deep inhale and full exhale. All right, breath in and out. All right, and next inhale, start to shift yourself back forward. You'll plant your hands, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee off the floor and step your left foot back to meet your right high plank. Knees are up or your knees are down. Right, lift the backs of your thighs up towards the sky. Crown of the head is reaching forward. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lower yourself all the way down. And maybe it's more like a plop, and that's okay. Untuck your toes. Tense your left fingertips off the side of your mat. Right arm will reach out to a T. Right palm is down on the floor. Bend your left knee. Flex your left foot. And sort of tip your left foot over to the right as you roll onto your right shoulder and right cheek for a shoulder stretch. Drop the right side of your head down. Left hand can stay where it is, or maybe you lift it up towards the sky and let it wrap behind you. All right, breathe into your right shoulder. Let yourself arrive. All right, press into that right palm. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. All right, inhale. And exhale. Okay, last breath in. And as you exhale, slowly start to roll yourself down, left leg long to meet your right. Both hands tented off the side of your mat. There's space underneath your palms. Press to your feet. Inhale, head and heart peel off the floor. Wide arm cobra pose. Press through the back of your head. And as you exhale, soften. Okay, one more time. Press to your fingers. Inhale, lift up, move at your pace. And as you exhale, lower down. Right, your hands will move back to frame your side body. And as you exhale, press your hips back towards your heels. Child's pose, bring your feet together to touch knees out wide. As you start to sink your hips down, keep your left arm long. You'll thread your right arm through your left for a threaded child's pose. Right shoulder and right cheek land down. And maybe the hips towards your heels doesn't feel comfortable and you take more of a thread the needle shape and lift your hips up and still thread your right arm through the left side. And as you take these breaths here, just like in your shoulder stretch, breathe into the right side of your body. Relax that space between your eyebrows. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale and exhale. Then press through that left palm, reach your right arm back forward and fold yourself in. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Next inhale, shift yourself forward, hands and knees. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Make any adjustments or movement that you want here. Maybe there's that pedal, sway of your head from side to side. And let your heels find some stillness. Take a full breath in, press through your palms. Exhale, maybe you side out through your mouth. All right, next inhale, that left leg is high to the sky, bend your right knee. And as you exhale, left knee to nose, step your left foot forward between your hands. Right hand stays down, left arm starts to peel up towards the sky, twist open. Right knee always has the option to drop down. You'll start to reach that left arm back behind you, flex your left hand like a stop sign and drop your head towards your right shoulder. Find more space in the left side of your neck, press your left palm away. Right, take a full breath in and a full breath out. All right, inhale and exhale. All right, next breath in, start to reach that left arm back forward, square your chest down, tented fingers. Exhale, right foot steps forward to meet your left, fold yourself in, head and upper body release down. Grab opposite elbows once again for ragdoll as you fold yourself in. All right, take a deep breath in and a full breath out. All right, inhale and exhale. One more exhale. And when you're ready, release your hands down towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift fingertips onto your knees or your thighs, peel forward. Yeah, and as you exhale, fold. Okay, one more inhale, halfway lift, your variation. And as you exhale, fold in. When you're ready, press to your feet, begin to round and roll up. Shoulders stack over your hips, two arms lift up towards the sky. Left hand grabs your right wrist, extend, and start to side bend over to the left. Think pulling up and over as you add more weight to the right side of your body. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And now lift up back through center, release your hands, cactus from side to side, scoop forward. And as you exhale, fold, hands slide down the backs of your thighs. All right, inhale, lift up halfway, right away, find length. And as you exhale, fold. Bend your knees to tent your fingers. Your left foot will step back long. Drop your left knee down. Untuck your left toes. Arms are high to the sky. Low lunge on the other side. Can you find more space between your shoulders and your ears? Maybe there's a soft cactus of your arms from side to side. They don't have to be straight. All right, as you square that right hip back, press to your right big toe. Deep inhale. Exhale, right hand grabs your left wrist, extend and side bend over to the right. Maybe you lunge a little bit deeper. Maybe feel an extension through your left side. Take a full inhale and an exhale. Next breath in, lift up back through center, release your hands, cactus from side to side, peel forward. And exhale, slowly lower your hands down towards the floor. Back your hips up straight-ish with your front leg, pyramid pose. Maybe you turn your right toes out to the right. Hands can be off the sides of your mat. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Find more length through the back of your neck. And you can come back to that natural rhythm of your breath. And notice where you land. And how do you feel energetically or emotionally different now that you found some movement? And you take a deep inhale and a full exhale. All right, next breath in, start to shift yourself back forward. Plant your hands, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, step your right foot back to meet your left, high plank. Knees are up or knees are down. Go with the variation that you want today. All right, press to your palms. Lift the back of your head up towards the sky. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lower yourself down. Untuck your toes, tent your right fingertips off the side of your mat. This time that left palm comes out to a T, left palm is down on the floor. Bend your right knee, tip your right foot over to the left for that shoulder stretch variation. Left side of the head drops down, right hand can stay, or maybe it lifts up towards the sky and you wrap it behind you. Right, noticing the differences on your sides and letting them be there. Right, soften the space between your left shoulder. Right, full breath in and full breath out. Right, inhale and exhale. Right, full breath in. And as you exhale, slowly start to roll yourself down, right leg long. Tent your fingers off the sides of your mat. Last time here. Press through your fingertips. Inhale, head and heart, peel up. Exhale, lower. One more time, press down, inhale, lift up. And as you exhale, soften down. Hands move to frame your lower ribs, and as you exhale, press back, child's pose. Big toes come together to touch, knees widen as you sink yourself down. Right arm will stay long. Spread your left arm through your right as you land your left shoulder and your left cheek down for a threaded child's pose. Maybe you crawl those right fingertips a little further forward. Maybe your hips are off your heels instead. And as you take the few breaths to be here, you can imagine breathing through your lower back area. Right, fluffing up the space around your kidney bands and your side ribs. Right, drop your chin down. Whew. Right, take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Right, notice where you are. Last inhale. And exhale. Press through that right palm, unthread, reach your left arm forward and just land yourself down, tuck your chin towards your chest. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Your next inhale, start to shift yourself forward, hands and knees. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Maybe there's a pedal out of your legs. Okay, take a full breath in. Exhale, maybe you side out through your mouth. Right, next inhale, that right leg is high to the sky. Exhale, right knee to nose, step it forward, runner's lunge. Tented fingers, or maybe there's blocks underneath your hands. Start to pull your heart forward, think a cow pose. Left knee hovers off the floor. Exhale, hips pull back, straight-ish with your legs, pyramid pose. Maybe your right toes lift. There could be a deep bend in both knees. 2 more. Inhale, heart pulls forward, be where you are. Exhale, hips pull back in space. 1 more. Next breath in, inhale, pull forward. And as you exhale, hips pull back, straight-ish with your legs, pyramid pose, pause. Okay, maybe you bend your back knee a little bit deeper. Right toes can lift. Maybe you turn your right toes out to the right for that stretch in the outer edge of your leg. As you drop your chin towards your chest, can you let yourself be where you are in this moment? Okay, take a full breath in and a full breath out. Okay, next inhale, start to shift yourself back forward. Plant your right foot down. You'll pivot your left heel down, setting up for your warrior 2 feet, heel to arch alignment. And when you're ready, lift up and open. Okay, your right knee opens out to the right. Press your palms down towards the floor. Soften your shoulders. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Right, and flex your right palm, press it forward in front of you, and start to grip your fingers like you were holding a doornail, and start to rotate your right wrist. So kind of imagine you're opening and closing a door with your right hand. Feel that shoulder rotation. Right, and then slowly let that find stillness. Flatten your palm down towards the floor. Turn your gaze over towards your backhand. Imagine you're grabbing a doornail with your left hand, and once again start to floss that shoulder and take some rotations. Steady your breath. Find stillness. Press your left palm down. Turn your gaze to back forward. Inhale, right arm forward, up and back. Reverse your warrior. And so just straighten your right leg. Reverse triangle pose. Heart pulls up towards the sky. Take a breath. And as you exhale, start to cartwheel your hands down towards the floor. Pivot onto your left toes. Kick your right leg up towards the sky. 3-legged down dog. Bend your right knee. Turn your hip open. And as you exhale, bring your right shin forward, pigeon pose. Left leg is long back behind you. And maybe this is where you find that pillow or that bolster, place it forward in front of your right shin, and you can fold yourself into it and land your chest down, right? And if pigeon doesn't feel good in your body, you're more than welcome to roll onto your back and find a figure 4. Right ankle is crossed over your left thigh. Or whatever variation you're taking, let yourself arrive. Maybe you don't have a pillow or bolster at home and you stack your forearms and fists and let your head rest on top of your hands. And once again, start to connect to that slower inhale and exhale. Right, so often, and especially right now with what's going on in the world, our body's constantly in that sympathetic nervous system, that fight or flight. We're kind of gripping and holding on to see what's going to happen. When we get on our mat, we allow ourselves to connect to that parasympathetic nervous system, our rest and digest. Okay, so as you start to let your inhales and exhales last a little bit longer, where can you soften? Right, notice if your fingers are kind of clenching, and can you relax them? And you drop your chin towards your chest and take about 5 more breaths here. Maybe you ask yourself the question, what can you put down? And just because you carry it well doesn't mean it isn't heavy. Deep breath in and full breath out. Okay, last inhale and exhale. Right, you're always welcome to stay here for longer. But when you're ready, start to lift yourself back up. If you have that pillow, just push it off to the side of your mat. Plant your hands, tuck your left toe, shift your left knee a little bit closer towards your right leg. And when you're ready, kick that right leg up towards the sky, 3-legged down dog, and just give your right leg a shake. Okay, take any counterbalance that you might want here. Maybe it's just a shake, or you bend your knee and take some hip circles. If you have a wild thing and you want to step your right foot behind your left leg and reach your right arm up towards the sky, that's an option. But whenever you're ready, just drop your right foot down to meet your left downward facing dog. There's no rush to get there. Right, 2 breaths once you arrive. Right, full breath in and full breath out. Right, when you're ready, that left leg lifts up towards the sky. Bend your right knee. Exhale, right knee to nose. Step your right foot forward, runner's lunge. Tented fingers, or maybe there's support underneath your hands. Inhale, heart starts to pull forward. Right knee hovers, think a cow pose. And as you exhale, hips pull back, straight-ish with your legs, pyramid pose. 2 more. Inhale, heart pulls forward, find that flow movement. Exhale, hips pull back in space. Last one, inhale, you glide forward, runner's lunge, press the back of your head high. And as you exhale, pull your hips back, straight-ish with your legs, pause. Maybe there's a deep bend in your back knee, or your left toes lift off the floor. You have that option to turn the left toes out to the left, right? Any amount of the pose is the pose. Drop your chin in. Find a little bit more space in your body and breathe it bigger. Inhale. Ooh, and exhale. Your last full breath here and full breath out. Okay, next inhale, start to shift yourself back forward, plant your left foot down, turn your right toes down, think heel to arch alignment, and when you're ready, lift up and open, warrior 2. Doing really well on words today for myself. Normally it's really hard for me to speak. Press your palms down towards the floor and let yourself arrive at the bottom of your next exhale. Lift up through the arch of your right foot, take a deep breath in and a full breath out. All right, just like the other side, start to flex your right hand, press it forward, and imagine you're grabbing a doorknob and just start to turn it in opposite rotations. Just think flossing through that left shoulder. I meant left hand, not right. It's okay if you did the other side. And then find stillness, spread your left fingers out wide, turn your gaze towards your back hand, imagine you're grabbing a doornail, and floss. Finding some mobility in that shoulder. Press your left palm back down. Turn your gaze forward. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Start to straighten your left leg. Pass through. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands down towards the floor. Pivot onto your right toes. Left leg is up and back. Three-legged down dog. Bend and yawn the left side of your body open. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, left shin comes forward, pigeon pose. Right knee drops down, wiggle it back behind you. Take as much care on this side as you to set the pose up as you did on the other. Right, maybe you bring that pillow in front of your chest and you fold in. Right, no rush to get there. Take as many breaths as you need, and when you're ready, let yourself arrive. Okay, maybe your forearms are down. You can stack your palms, or letting your chest rest down. Right, starting once again to connect that longer inhale and exhale, or maybe you still have it. And as you connect that deeper sense of your breath, how can you let yourself arrive? And something I said in class yesterday, and it's that important moment, right? There's really nothing else we can do right now. The state of the world kind of feels like it's on fire, right? And that's kind of the new normal. Right? But as you allow yourself to get on your mat, the idea and the question is how can you take care of yourself? That's really the only thing we're in charge of right now, and the only thing that we can control. Right? Maybe this moment you're trying to distract yourself from thinking about other things, so you want to think about what you're making for dinner, or something of that kind. But as you take these few breaths here, let yourself arrive, allowing yourself to embody where you are. Yeah. Full breath in and full breath out. Right, just take about 4 more big breaths. Right, full breath in. Exhale, let it go. Alright, and when you're ready, slowly start to lift yourself up. No rush to move. Alright, you'll push that pillow off the side of your mat one more time. Plant your hands, tuck your right toes. You might shift your right shin a little bit towards the front of your mat. When you're ready, kick that left leg up towards the sky. Shake it out. Any counterbalance that you need. Maybe it's another flip dog. Left foot steps behind your right. Kind of what we did in the beginning of your class, but this time your shin isn't down. Left arm reaches forward. Right, and whenever you're ready, you'll make your way towards a child's pose. Knees drop down towards the floor. Maybe you bring them about as wide as your mat. And if you want, you can take that pillow, place it between your knees, and let your belly start to rest on top of the pillow. And if you don't have a pillow, that's okay. Right, so anything that you want here, knees can be out wide, big toes together to touch, and let yourself arrive in this shape. Maybe your forehead is down, or you turn your right cheek down and towards the pillow or whatever object that you're laying on. I think your arms are long in front of you, and let yourself arrive. I think often we don't give ourselves space to rest. And often that doesn't actually always mean sleep. Right? It can be a nap, which is sleep, but different than, going to bed. It can be space of meditation. Right? In moments like this, you allow yourself to be fully and completely held by something else. Just take about 3 more big breaths. If you have your right cheek down, just switch so that now your left cheek is on the bolster pillow or whatever you're laying on. All right, full breath in and full breath out. And slowly start to lift your head back towards center. You start to crawl your hands back to meet your knees. Sit yourself up onto your heels. You'll push the bolster just off the side of your mat for a second. Take your hands next to your hips, scoot your knees together, swing your hips off to one side, and legs come forward in front of you. You're probably going to want to scoot yourself forward so you're closer towards the front of your mat. Bend your knees, plant your feet onto the floor, find the pillow and place it behind you, kind of think an extension of your spine. And you're going to sit yourself right up against that bolster. So to turn your hips to face the right, knees will drop and stack on top of each other towards the right side. If you don't have a pillow, I'll give you an option. So if the knees are stacked, turn it to face the right. Pillow or bolster is right up against that right hip. And you'll start to turn yourself down towards the right. Hands will frame the bolster, pillow, start to crawl yourself down. Your chest and belly will land on top of the bolster. You might need to resituate your hips and kind of lift them up and place them back down. Forearms come down towards the floor. Think a Sphinx pose with your upper body and start to fold yourself in. Bring your left cheek down on top of the bolster or pillow. Right, and you can be just in like a Sphinx pose with your chest with no bolster or pillow underneath yourself, kind of just resting in space. And maybe you sway your head from side to side. You could always make a little bit more height and stack your forearms on top of your pillow and let that shape arrive there. Okay, so just many different options for you to arrive. You know that you can allow yourself this space of rest, let your left knee get heavy on top of your right. And it could be more of a zigzag, and that's perfectly okay. All right, you got about 7 breaths to land here. As we slow down, I'm going to start to talk a little bit less in each pose that we take, just so there's a little bit more space for silence. Notice how that immediately makes you react, and can you soften? You can take that inhale and exhale. Can you find more space in your body and breathe it bigger? All right, full breath in and full breath out. Inhale and exhale. And staying here for as long as you want. And when you're ready, you'll slowly start to lift your head up, hands plant onto the floor. You walk your hands back towards your hips. Keep the pillow where it is. So to turn your chest towards the front of your mat, plant your hands behind you, scoot your hips to face forward, and you'll find that butterfly shape with your legs. Feet come together to touch, knees drop open from side to side, and just start to fold yourself in as a counterbalance. It's not about how far you get in the pose, but how the breath feels when you arrive. Tuck your chin towards your chest and breathe. Maybe there's a sway of your head from side to side. Finding more space on the inhale and the exhale. Okay, full breath in and full breath out. And when you're ready, either staying here for longer, you're always welcome to, or starting to press yourself back up. And as you lift yourself up, we're just going to take that spinal twist on the other side. Bring your knees together, start to turn your chest and knees over to the left. You situate yourself in any way that you need. Move yourself around. Right knee kind of zigzags next to your left as you start to turn your chest to that pillow. You resituate your hips in any way, and then you start to fold yourself in. I've said resituate so many times. Forearms plant down on the floor. Think a Sphinx pose with your upper body. Right, your right knee drops heavy, and you start to fold yourself in. This time, your right cheek, think a spinal twist. Turn your gaze to the opposite side. Right, if there's no pillow or bolster, no, you can just have your forearms down and let yourself land. It's nice to have props, but if you don't have them, the practice can still happen. Right, it's about finding movement that simply feels good in your body. Okay, somatically, how are you allowing yourself to move through what you're going through? Okay, relax your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And you got about 5 to 6 more breaths. Okay, full breath in and full breath out. Right, inhale and exhale. Right, last 2 breaths. Okay, and then when you're ready, slowly starting to lift yourself back up. Okay, this time push that pillow off the side of your mat. As you start to turn your chest back towards your feet, plant your hands behind you, move your sit bones back down. One more time, butterfly, feet open, knees out wide, feet together to touch. Right, and then you let yourself find and fold in your own time. Right, knowing that any amount of the pose is the pose. And just like in that child's pose, imagine breathing through your lower back area, right, fluffing up the space of your lower ribs and your kidney bands. So finding more expansion on the inhale, and each exhale, just letting yourself arrive. It's not always about the profound stretch sensations, it's often more about the being in the space. You take a full breath in, and a full breath out. Right, slowly start to lift yourself back up. Your hands will grab the outer edges of your knees, scoop your knees together, and just start to roll down onto your backs. As you roll down, hug your knees in, hands grab your knees or your shins, and just start to softly rock yourself from side to side. And your hands will grab your right knee, extend your left leg long in front of you. Left leg gets heavy on the floor, take an inhale. And on an exhale, cross your right knee over to the left, gaze rolls open to the right, spinal twist. Right arm can open out right to a T. Left hand can be pressing that right thigh down. Anchor your right shoulder and let that left knee drop to the side. You take a full breath in and a full breath out. Right, inhale. And exhale. And then just start to roll yourself back down. Left knee hugs in towards your chest to meet your right and switch sides. Hands will grab your left knee, extend your right leg long. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, twist open to the right. Gaze turns over to the left. Open that left arm in any shape that feels right for you and let yourself land. Right knee drops open and you pause. Right, full breath in and full breath out. And then slowly start to roll yourself down. Right knee in toward your chest to meet your left. Right, and I want you to use the next 5 or 6 breaths to find any other movement you want in your body before Shavasana. Right, maybe it's feet together to touch, knees out wide on the floor for that Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. Hands can be out wide. Or you can take a waterfall, feet can lift up towards the sky, let your heels feel heavy forward. Or maybe you're ready for Shavasana and you let yourself start to arrive. If you want, you can place that pillow or bolster underneath the backs of your thighs and give yourself a little bit more support in your final resting pose. right? But there is no rush to find that shape. Okay, so finding any movement that simply would allow this practice to feel complete for you. Right, doing what you need in this moment to land authentically wherever you are. Okay, so taking those breaths to get there. And when you land, let yourself arrive. Right, and as you do allow to and begin to settle into your Shavasana shape, let your entire body start to disengage in the floor. Right, knowing there is nothing else that you can do in this moment other than simply taking care of yourself. Okay, so start to feel your entire body disengage. And begin to allow yourself to arrive in this moment. Okay, nothing else to do or make happen. Okay, just allowing yourself to land in your body, breathing and being Shavasana.